Get my stuff. Yo, hello, everybody. Make sure we're good. Ooh. How was everybody out there doing? Hello, mother. Oh my goodness. I'll make sure I'm good. Hey, what's up, TikTokers? How y'all doing this Monday evening? I hope everybody is doing great. I hope you are well. Welcome back. Another Monday with Shamika. And we're gonna go over what we go over. Hey, Genteria, I saw your message, but I didn't read it. So I'm not ignoring you. I will get to you this evening or tomorrow, but don't worry, I got you. All right, everybody. Hey, Pink Diva, how you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna just tell everybody. First off, again, thank everybody for being here. I'm glad that you are with me another Monday. I'm with y'all another Monday. Please tag, share, like. I want to make sure that we give good information. First thing first. Hold on. Elevated to where we have a whole team. So anyway, I hope you guys can see me. I hope I did not lose everybody. I apologize if I did. I did not mean to do that. Y'all know the internet be tripping, okay? So okay. So I am gonna answer y'all questions. This is gonna be a little different tonight because there's so much stuff I want to say, but I ain't gonna say. Definitely don't want to say here. But first of all, let me give a big shout out and congratulations to Corinne. Corinne just passed and got her real estate license, so she is now an agent. So congratulations, Corinne. She is in Brevard County, so you now have another person to go to if you need to get your you want to find a house, property manager, all those good things. Okay, so remember that name. Sorry, Corinne, I know you wasn't expecting that. All right, let me answer this question really quick. Let's see. Thank you, Pink Diva. Lindsay says, she asked me, what do I think is going to happen with the real estate market? So for those that do not know, I'm a real estate agent myself. I am not an active real estate agent. Just because I feel that there is so much work that needs to be done in the beginning. And I prefer to help you guys get what you need done in the beginning so that you can actually get a house and keep a house. But to answer your question, I think the real estate market, just like everything else, is going to plummet at some time next year. We really have to sit back and wait and see. So what I would tell someone, if you are in a rush to buy a home, you don't need to rush, because the chances are that home that you are thinking you can't afford now, you will be able to afford it coming up soon. So that means fix your credit. for individuals who are in a home now and you're worried about what's going to happen to your home in the event the market crashes and you lose a lot of the value in your home, what do I say? Sit, stay, hold, don't move. Why? Because it doesn't stay that way. The market will go down, it goes up. I mean, everything in the world is so cyclic, okay? So that means it goes in a circle. So what goes up must come down. So we are going to hit a down period. So if you already own a home, you just wait and you hold. And when it goes back up, the market, you will be able to continue in your efforts. Your value will go back up in your home. You don't have to worry about anything. So that's a long answer, but that is my answer, okay? So a couple things, right? So let me get to this. Again, I always like y'all to tag and share with your friends because a lot of people do not read things that go on social media, and then they send things to me, and then I have to break down what's the truth and what's a lie, all right? So recently this week, there was a post going around on social media. It's so crazy how bad news spreads so fast. But this person made a post about the new child independent tax credit that is changed this upcoming year. And what I want to do is explain that to you guys so you understand how it works and if it applies to you. Okay. So because I don't want to be rude or nasty, I have a piece of gum in my mouth. So I am going to step off a camera for just 1 second. Okay, your girl's back. I had to go on and get that up out of there because that would be so embarrassing if it flew out while I was talking. It ain't going to do nothing because I'm still going to talk even if it flew out my mouth. All right, so here goes. In the upcoming tax year, all right? And let me look at the minutes real quick. So y'all can, if y'all got to send this to somebody, y'all need to look at the minutes on the phone so you can tag them and tell them where to look so that they can come in at least at this part to understand how the child independent tax credit is going to go. All right. So for this upcoming tax season, which will be in 2022, which will be for 2021 tax season. All right. Y'all should be with me on that. You are going to file your taxes like you normally do. Give your information, your children's information, Social Security, all that good stuff, okay? Now, a couple things that's wrong with the post that this girl made was she claimed that she had prepared her taxes and was letting everybody know that y'all going to get a whole lot of money. Well, that's not true because you cannot file your taxes for for the upcoming tax season because the software is not available, okay? You can go on TurboTax. You can go on anywhere that you did your taxes on your own, and you're only going to be able to open up 2021. All right. That's one. That's the lie. That's the biggest lie. Okay. The second thing is you are going to be able to write off up to $8,000 per child, but the maximum is $2,000. So basically $16,000 you can write off in expenses. That means whatever you paid out. Those could be a bunch of different things, but basically you can write off $16,000 in expenses. The same thing you would do if you were a person who was a 1099 and you had you wanted to write off expenses for your business. You would write off the same way here with the child independent tax credit. Okay, but the IRS, no matter how much you write off, the maximum is 16. No matter how much you write off, listen to this, the IRS is only going to give you 50% of it as a credit. So if you wrote off $16,000 in expenses for your child, your children, okay, maximum of 2. Even if you got 4, you can only write off, you can only claim 2, okay? You can put all 4, but they're only going to pay you for 2. Let me correct myself, okay? So you say you did $16,000. The IRS is saying, okay, we're giving you $8,000 as a credit. So what's going to happen is your tax preparer is going to see $8,000 over in the right hand corner. Only if you have up to $16,000 in expenses, but you also have to make sure you meet the income threshold because some people are thinking that they can do it and it may be a 1099. If you're a 1099 person, you didn't pay any taxes. So when they put in your 1099, that $8,000 is going to be reduced. Okay. If you're a person that you have your W-2, and some people are W-2 and have 9, 10 exemptions, they pay no taxes. If that is you, if you owe any money, that's going to reduce it as well. So please don't assume or think that just because you saw that post or you're seeing somebody talk about the increase in child and dependent tax credit that you're going to get it, because not everybody will get it to that amount. Some of you might not even have $16,000 worth of expenses, honestly. So you'll just have to see. And I'm sure y'all asking questions. I'll get to it in just a second. So that's the second part. And then also, if you and this is about your children for newborns, because a lot of people are not seeming to understand what I mean. But if you had a newborn this year in 2021 and you did not get paid for that newborn, you will be able to add that newborn, because you're going to have to add that newborn to your tax return anyway. So once you add that newborn and add that social, you're going to get your earned income tax credit. And if you have and when they get to the question, we don't know how they're going to add it yet, but they are going to have a question in there asking you, did you receive, and I'll get to the form, did you receive forms letter 6419? That's the letter you guys are going to get from the IRS that's going to list the amount of money you got paid for your child tax credit. As soon as they see that you have 4 kids, but you got paid for 3, they're going to know one is missing, and they're going to add that money back into your tax return. So you're not going to miss it. Individuals who got your child tax credit payments, but you didn't get all of them, or they stopped in one of the middle months and said now they're pending payments. If that's you, you will also be able to use that letter 6419. That is the letter that you guys will be keeping. And I am going to talk about that a little bit later. So y'all just keep that in mind. You will need to have that so you can give to your tax preparer, because that is the number that the IRS is giving you to list how much they paid you. Okay. And then whatever they're short, you'll get it in your tax return. But listen now, the difference is when you get it in your tax return versus when you get it automatically from them is if you owe, they're going to take. So if student loans come back and all of a sudden now they put it in that you owe, if you owe and you have a debt, they're going to take it. So they're not going to put that it can't be deducted from. No, they won't deduct it when they give it to you voluntarily. But when you have to claim it through your tax return, all bets are off, and they will resume taking debts. They haven't said it yet that they're going to resume, and I will let you guys know when, but I am certain student loan payments come back. You guys start paying those back February 1st. I would not be surprised if they don't put that they're going to try to take that from you guys from your tax return, but that we'll wait and see. Okay. So let me see if you guys got any questions really quick. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Ruby. Let's see. Diamond says, I don't want to file using my old address because I don't live there anymore. I moved. So if you guys have moved, this is the time to put in your change of address to the IRS. It's December. You have more than 6 weeks for them to process an address change. Do not rely on the fact that you are updating your address in the child tax credit portal that's going to work. The only other option that you have is that you can use the correct address when you file. When you file, the IRS will use, especially if they process your tax return and actually issue you a refund, they will use the address you use on when you filed your taxes as the address on record. So make sure that the address when you file your taxes is where you want it to go. I dealt with it all tax season last year. Y'all move. I don't understand how the hell y'all move so fast, but y'all move. So if you think you're going to move, you don't know, your lease is coming up, you're staying with somebody, you're sleeping on somebody's couch, please go and get you a P.O. box. I did a video that the post office will give homeless people free P.O. boxes. If you don't believe me, go down to your main post office in your area, tell them you're homeless and you would like to have their mail service where they basically hold your mail for you because you're homeless. Okay, so no excuses, y'all. At least do that. Okay, the post office won't forward your mail. So if they get your check, they will hold it until you pick it up. If you don't, they sending it back. So if you're one of those kind of people, please do yourself a favor and keep that address up to date. Okay. Hey Desiree, Nicole says, please elaborate on child expenses. Okay, I think I got that. Y'all let me know if I need to elaborate anymore. Hey, look, I ain't gonna say your real name. Cobra, how you doing? Pretty right. So are they sending out a fourth stimulus? No. No. And if I could say it in other languages, I would, but no, there are no more fourth stimulus. But what they are doing is they are sending out the guaranteed income program. Now, I just saw New York, not New York. Let me take that back. I just talked to, and I don't know if she's watching, but Louisiana's doing it. Some other states are, I'm getting my programs mixed up. Hold on. The guaranteed income program, excuse me, that's the program that the mayors chose, and it's certain cities or towns that are doing it. So for example, Gainesville is doing it for individuals who have a felony. If you're a recent felon, Miami, they have not started theirs. Those are the only two places in Florida that are doing it. No, New York is not on there. But I did see New York, if anybody's watching from that area. New York has started their home ownership program, where if you're a landlord and you not a land, well, I guess you could say a landlord or a homeowner, and you want to apply for the $10,000. New York has actually started there, so please go and get on that. I do have, if anybody's in Florida and they want the information on how to contact the governor to find out why we haven't gotten ours, I will definitely give that to you. I will also give you, if you want to find out, I'll give you a link that will give you the information to all the governors in every state, so you can find out why your state is not getting that $10,000, because it was included in the American Rescue Plan Act. And now we on the Build Back Better. Okay, so that was another. They done put out all these dang on names, and trying to keep up with it is crazy. But I know that was approved in the American Rescue Plan. And some of us homeowners need the money to save our homes. And people should not be faced with foreclosure when the government is sitting on $10,000 that they promised to give us. Okay, so if y'all need that information, please, reach out to me. I will get that to you, for that. Okay. Let me see. And if y'all got any questions, let me check TikTok really quick. Yes, it's just like the stock market. If they are building around your area, your property value will increase. That is true. Speaking of building, thank you, Pink Diva. You didn't even know you reminded me, but I just wanted to put on another post that I made this week. So let me brace myself, first of all, because I get a little emotional sometimes, because I really want people to understand how serious, when I talk about credit and some of the stuff I talk about, I'm not talking about it because that's what I do to assist people, to help. I do it because this is going to affect your children. Okay. You're grown. So, a lot of you can bounce back, but your children are not able to. So I want y'all to listen. And this is for anybody that knows anybody that lives in housing projects, okay? And this is really happening. I just saw an article that said that in Mississippi, the government shut down the projects, these Section 8 homes, the housing, the brown apartments. For those who grew up, in my area, they were brown looking housing units, right? But they are shutting those places down, displacing the residents. And for a lot of people may not know what that means, but displacing means they are removing you from where you are and sending you to wherever. Okay. They're going to give you a Section 8 voucher and say, we are making these buildings, we're condemning them, they're dilapidated, they're out of date. And now if you look in your area, and I'm gonna back this up with proof, so let y'all know that I didn't just pull this out of nowhere. Okay. So the article really said that the people in Mississippi, they shut them out, made them move somewhere else, gave them a voucher, and sent them on their way. Great, right? No, not exactly. But do y'all see these in y'all area? There are apartment complexes that are coming up out of nowhere. They are just building. And I'm not against progression, because progression is good, especially if you're a homeowner. It makes your house value go up. It brings new people to your area, more jobs. So it's not all bad. But if you are an individual who is sitting in the seat of low income and you are government dependent, this message is for you, because if and when they condemn the building you live in, if you don't have good credit, or at least know how to get on to fix your credit, or to manage your money so that you're able to go someplace where you want to, you're not going to have any other choice. You're going to have to go into these new high-rise, low-income apartments that they're building. Now, I'm not going to call out names because they may, I don't want anybody to feel any type of way if that's where they choose to live. But I'm letting you know, if you move into those buildings, you have no control over who your neighbor is. And you may live by somebody that you don't necessarily want to, but because y'all are in the same income bracket, that may be a problem. Just because some people are low income doesn't mean that they think low income or that they act low income. Okay. There are some people that are low income and you see why they are. Okay. You see why they can't get a job or they can't keep a job. All right. But you're not going to be able to decide or choose who you live next to. You're not going to be able to decide where you live because your credit is going to tell that person that's looking to give you somewhere to stay not to hire you. I'm a landlord and I look at the applications, and let me tell you, I look at the credit. And you know what else I do? I typed in, I go on Facebook. Let me see what kind of posts you making. Because if you're somebody that you can't spell, or everything you talking about is BS, I don't need you living in my home, because I know you're going to be one of the type of people I'm going to have to fight to get out. Gonna try to use the eviction the clause, and I don't have time for it. So if I'm that way, can you imagine what the next person is? And I'm trying to help you guys not have to deal with people that look at you like I would. But once you become a homeowner, you guys will see exactly what I mean. You care about your stuff. You don't let any and everybody in it. But when they shut down these homes, you're gonna have a problem. And to back it up, and I'm gonna get to y'all comments really quick, okay? Listen to it. It says Department of Housing and Urban Development says they have been moving to get rid of large housing projects in cities across the country. It says they've decided that the concentration of all low-income individuals in small areas simply hasn't worked, and it does create pockets of poverty and crime. Well, anybody that lives by the hood already knew that. And they didn't have to do this for 20, 30, 50 years to be able to determine that, okay? So you see, they are thinking if we disperse everybody that we consider to be the problem, now individuals who are not the problem, now those people live in your neighborhoods. Now, this is not to make anybody feel any kind of way, but I'm letting you know that your credit says a lot about your character. And if your credit is bad, you probably have some bad habits. Don't mean you're a bad person. You just got bad habits, okay? Now, I told you guys I was going to tell y'all what I was doing last week while I was not in my normal location. I was in a life and health insurance class all last week. And let me tell you, it was mind-blowing and eye-opening. If anybody has any questions, you're thinking about getting in that field, please let me know. But let me tell you what we learned about in there. And not gonna make it long, but I wanted to say that we learned about credit, okay? Your credit is what determines what somebody gives you in a life insurance policy. If your credit is bad, you probably smoke. You probably smoke weed. You probably smoke cigarettes. You might even drink. You may be irresponsible. Hold on. You might even be low income. This is not me. This is what statistics show. So if you having a bad score represents those things about you and you are none of those things, then you need to fix your credit. Period. Okay. But it does affect in your rates for your life insurance. So they do pull your credit to see if you're worth the risk of writing an insurance policy. So I'm just letting y'all know that it plays into everything, which is why I'm always talking about it. Okay. So let me see. All right. Diamond Jackson said, I graduated in September 2019. When should I check in on my student loans? I'm not sure what you mean check in on them. Diamond, I'm not sure what school you went to. But you can always call a student aid if you need to check in on your student loans at any time. But I'm not sure if you're asking as in concerning to forgiveness. Okay. Let me see. Desiree says, talk with the Georgia governor about the homeowner assistance program. They're waiting for the federal say so. Thank you very much, Desiree. So anybody that was watching from Georgia, Desiree talked to the governor and got an answer. That's what I'm talking about, Desiree. Thank you for sharing. So basically, they are waiting for the federal government, basically the Treasury, to give them the green light to release the funds. So this is good news. I'm hoping that is what Florida is going through. According to that chart, it said that we are not eligible. So I'm not sure which to go by, but we're gonna see. Keep me posted, Desiree. I appreciate it. And anybody else who is dealing with that, if you want to drop tips, y'all know y'all can always send me tips too. Okay. Lots of people do it. They send me programs, what's going on in the area. I have no problem reposting and sharing for people. Okay. Hoggy says, my question is for the child tax credit. I filed my 17-year-old and it was extended, but I'm only getting $250 for one. I wasn't able to amend at the tax office. So what I do? Hey, Mahogany. Okay, so what you would need to do is you don't have to worry about amending because it's already just basically it's late right now. So there's no sense of going back and fixing that because as of December 15th, this is your last payment. So what you're going to need to do is at tax time, you're going to need to bring that letter 6419, which is the letter you're going to get from the IRS, and they're going to outline those $250 payments that you're going to get. But once you add both of your sons on there, they're going to see that they did not pay you for one. Now, if your son turns 18 next year, y'all would have to make a decision if he wants you to claim him so that you can get those back payments, which I probably would. It's probably going to be more unless he's working. And then if he's working and he thinks he's going to get more, y'all got to figure out which is going to be more advantageous. But more than likely, I would say to do it here for this upcoming tax season, because even if you amended your taxes back then, it doesn't tell the IRS to pay you. They paid you. They chose to pay you, but they based it off of that information. And as of December, like I said, December 15th, they're not going to do it anymore. You're just going to have to get it through your tax return. So see which one is going to give you more money. This is the part that sucks about not being able to, for IRS not having their stuff together, because say your son does make more money if he files his own tax return. You may get it, but if you don't put them on your tax return, it's a chance that you're probably not going to get paid for that for him. And that's the downside. So to me, that's a loss in money. And some people are going to discover that. So, if y'all are dealing with somebody that's 17 going to 18 and they work, a lot of these kids want to file their own tax return because they want their own money. So y'all going to have to do the math. Which one is going to be more money for, and if they living with the parents, I'm down with the parents. Don't let the parent get that money because they take care of the household. But if the child makes more, you might want to consider something different. Hey, Tamala, how you doing? Let's see. Yes, to St. Petersburg, it is already happening. Yeah, Lisa, it's crazy. Speaking of St. Petersburg, too, also in that area, they are Tampa's rent. Okay, I don't know who's watching from on that side of Florida, but the rent in Tampa and St. Petersburg is going so high that it is higher than the rent in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Now that's crazy, okay? And not nothing against Tampa, but it's never been a tourist spot. And when I think of Florida, I don't think of Tampa or Busch Gardens. No offense. But now the rent is so high there. It's higher than other places. So that tells me that people from up north are moving and migrating to this area, you guys. And this is for people who are Floridians or any place you live. If people are flocking to your state and your rent prices are going up, it's because you have people moving and they're used to paying higher rents. And for them to come down here is nothing to pay $2,000 a month, because their rent was probably double that where they live. So unfortunately, they drive the rent up where you live. So then you either have to move down, meaning you got to go live in some place you wouldn't want to, but you got to live where your money can say you can live, which is why I go back to what? Credit. Because credit is the only thing that gives you the leverage to tell somebody, I ain't living over here in the hood. I'm finna go get me a home, okay? And I keep pushing that, and I am not gonna change. You guys are gonna see your choices are gonna be the hood or homeless. Now I'm hoping y'all gonna take the less off, and it's gonna be the hood or a home. That is what I hope for each and every one of y'all. But you have to want to do that, which means you got to get out your feelings. Stop watching Love and Hip Hop and all of them people that make you think you are not where you're supposed to be, and you chasing after the wrong thing. I want you to put that 200 that you had up for that lace front, sis, and put it into some Bitcoin while the prices are going down. Okay, how many of y'all bought some cryptocurrency in the last 2 weeks? But since the market has been crappy, which is great for y'all because it's a good way for somebody who's new to get into it. Okay, so I just posed that question. All right, let me see if y'all sent me anything. Let me see. Okay, hey, Queen Tianda, if you in Florida, I don't know where you live, but you're gonna start seeing some changes, boy. Okay. Let me see. I think I don't want to make sure I ain't miss nobody. Okay, so I got that already about your address. Okay, we got that. Okay, question in the child tanker. Okay, I answered that. Okay, let's see. I've done health insurance for 8 years. Well, Mahogany Girl, we had a talk. I'm just telling you, I am so enthralled on the industry, and it's so much that I didn't know, and it's so much that people need to know about life insurance and health insurance. They are really missing out, and I'm telling y'all are missing out. If you have not thought or have not gotten a policy, you definitely should look at getting one. Yes, it's true in South Carolina, the PJs are being condemned. I'm telling y'all, so I'm letting y'all know. The poking beans in Miami, and you know, we all got a name for them in our own area. I'm telling you, and these people are, some of these people are your elderly grandmamas, okay, your grandmamas, your granddaddies, and now they finna put them in a building, because that's it. And I want y'all to look in y'all area when y'all riding through or when y'all going places. Just look at all these apartment buildings. Look at all these new apartments that are popping up. They weren't there 3 months ago, and now all of a sudden you got so many of them. But that is those are the places that's going to take your vouchers. And if anybody's lived up north, anybody in and I've only lived in New York City, but that was my first time seeing Section 8 homes or the hood, the projects in high rise, and that's exactly what they're doing in the areas where y'all live. They're making them high rise. They're making them look newer. They're not looking like that old brown, ugly look like they used to. And you know, you're not gonna have no say so. You might have some loud kids. What can you do about it? Nothing, because that's where your Section 8 voucher said you got to stay. We don't want to. Y'all shouldn't have to deal with that. Okay. Even if the most home you could get is a Habitat home, you need to get that. Speaking of Habitat, the government has given Health and Human Services more money to purchase more homes. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they can now purchase more homes, which means more people who are eligible for those programs can get homes through those programs. Now, I'm not a fan of those programs if you can get some of your traditional mortgage programs. But if that's the only way you can get it to a home, hey, by all means, as long as you're not getting screwed, you got to make sure somebody's looking over your contract. But as long as you're not getting taken advantage of, take advantage of some of these programs. Okay, let's see. Diva says, I told you we're related in some other lifetime because I'm doing my property and casualty class. Yes, I'm telling you, we got to be. Now I'm in life and health next. We got to catch up then. Okay, so let me tell y'all really quick on what I need y'all to do to prep for the upcoming tax season, and then I think I got like 2 more things, okay? And I just realized I did not see Dwight on here. I don't know if you're watching Dwight, but it's a couple people I ain't noticing on here tonight. All right, so just to get ready for upcoming tax season, let me give y'all a rundown. Y'all know you're gonna need y'all W-2s, your 1099s. If y'all had unemployment, y'all gonna need those. Let me also let y'all know, if you got those letters saying that you owe any money to unemployment, Florida, you don't have to worry about it because DeSantis said that he wasn't gonna pursue. If you got letters from unemployment saying that you have an overage, please keep those letters. What you need to do, I'm telling you now, since they're open and it's their slow season, it's December, okay? Call and find out if they're going to be collecting, if they're going to do a collections if you don't pay. Some of y'all need to know, because what you don't want to find out is that your tax return got taken because the state done put in a debt. All right. And sometimes there is a federal hotline, and I will put that out next closer to tax season, that you can actually call to see if there's any debts that are going to come out of your tax return. But a lot of them miss state debt. So a lot of people thinking they good, and then child support coming, whoop, that money's gone. And child support can come and swoop in just like unemployment. So if you got an overage letter, don't let it don't sleep on that. Do not let those people come and take your money when you have the opportunity not to either A, get on the payment plan so you can save your tax return, or B, you run a risk of them touching you. Now, if you are in Florida, I'm gonna repeat, we get a pass. They are not pursuing anybody for their unemployment. If there anything changes, I'll let y'all know. Okay. So okay, so we said 1099. Let's see. So you should not receive, for most of y'all, you're not going to receive a 1099 from Cash App or any of that. That doesn't start until January 1 of next year. Okay. But if you are a business owner and you use Square, you use some of those companies, you'll get a 1099K. So make sure that you do not file in a rush, because a lot of people like to file in a rush because y'all rushing to get that to get your money, really, the rebate, the cash advance. But if you own a business and you use Square, you use PayPal, Etsy, not Cash App, but you use any of those other ones, you need to wait because you're going to get a 1099K. Also, a lot of people getting into the cryptocurrency, of which I think is awesome. Okay. But if you done traded, a lot of y'all told me y'all sold y'all Dogecoin. If you sold your Dogecoin, okay, Dogecoin, whatever, however y'all want to pronounce it, if you bought a bunch of them and you sold it, then you need to wait before you rush and file your taxes, because you are also going to receive a 1099 from wherever you bought it from. Whether that's Coinbase, whether that's what's the other one? Y'all know, Cash App. Well, you can't buy it through Cash App. It's Coinbase and it's another one. I can't think of it right now. But any other platforms that you bought it from, if you bought and sold cryptocurrency, you need to wait. Okay. Yeah. See, you still okay. I'm glad, Elizabeth. I don't know about holding Dogecoin. I don't got rid of mine, but I did not cash out. All I did was transfer and got something else. Okay. That way I didn't have to pay any taxes because I didn't take any of the money. All right. Which insurance has best? Any news? Okay, hold on. Let me go up real quick, y'all. Currently checking into a class now. All right, Nicole. I'm telling y'all, if you take nothing else, the insurance thing is good to know, because you learn so much about what's out there and how many of these insurance agents, and no shade to the insurance agents, but a lot of y'all need to reveal what y'all can and cannot sell, so people have the option to choose if they want to go with you or somebody else. Okay, because after I took that class and I saw how many options I was missing because I wasn't offered it, because the person who was selling me didn't have the authority to, I was mad. Okay. So I don't know if that applies to you, Mahogany, but I did learn that much. No, Jose, there is nothing for New York City other than the homeowners program for individuals to get their $10,000. It is open. They are accepting applications. JC says, which company has whole life insurance? The best there, honestly, you're gonna have to look that up for yourself to see. The one thing that the teacher told me is that if you are trying to buy life insurance or any type of insurance, the company you buy from, you need to look and see how long that company has been around. Hopefully they've been around for 100+ years or more. I didn't even think that was possible, but then I thought about it, and people have been selling life insurance forever. Regular low income and middle class income people don't think about life insurance, but rich people do all the time, and that's where they hide their money. Did y'all hear me say hide their money? That's exactly what they do. And after I found out about all the different options they have, I see why they hide their money. And it's not even that we have to hide. We just need to learn and utilize the same principles, because what they're doing is not illegal. Okay, it's called a tax shelter for a reason. All right, so I did get a little sidetrack. Let me give y'all 3 more things you need to have for to make sure you're ready for the upcoming tax season. You need to make sure you have that letter from IRS 6419. That's the letter telling you what you have received in child tax credit payments, because some of y'all gonna be trying to guess. Do not guess, just get the letter. Okay. Also, if you got a stimulus, okay, they said that there's a letter 6475. It says for your 2021 economic impact payment. I don't remember us receiving a stimulus payment this year. I could be wrong, but I do not. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Did we get one? Was it $1,400 this year? It doesn't seem like it is. But they're saying to make sure you have your stimulus letter. A lot of you guys can remember your stimulus. If you don't, then you can do like I tell my customers, go right into your bank account, and all you got to do is type in the amount in the search bar in your bank, and it'll bring up every time you had a deposit for that much. So if you don't have a letter, that's fine. And then last but not least, and this is very true, a lot of you guys do not file your 1095A, which is your health insurance form. That's why a lot of y'all tax returns weren't processed, because y'all did not include it. Y'all had to go back and amend because you didn't think it was important. But that is now going to be very, very, did I say very, very important in all the upcoming tax years from now on, because health insurance is such a big thing with the federal government. And if they are subsidizing some of your health insurance, you need to put in your premium tax credit, because if you don't, your taxes will not be filed. And I know I can get a hallelujah from somebody that's watching, because somebody had to go back and change their tax return because they did not add theirs. So please remember those three things. Y'all already know W-2s and 1099s. Make sure you got that stimulus letter, that child tax credit letter, and make sure you have your 1095A, your premium tax credit letter. Those are the three things you need besides the things you already have. Because if you don't have those, you will have your tax return put on the back burner. And some of y'all still waiting for taxes now, okay? Mahogany, you say he turns 18 this month. Well, y'all need to work that out before tax season to find out. Okay, so he gonna be on your tax return, then good, and you're gonna definitely get it. Christopher Troutman, hey Chris, you said is the guaranteed income still going on? Yes, it is. In certain places, you will have to apply if you want to get on it. Okay. If you're on Section 8, it's meant to be temporary. You're exactly right. Alana, thank you for saying that. And that's for a lot of people don't get that. Section 8 is meant to be temporary. And this is going to be one of those things. They're going to force you to get off your behind to do the things that you should already do. But I'm here to tell you ahead of time so you don't have to be forced. I'd rather volunteer than be voluntold. Okay. And I learned that from the military. And we were voluntold a lot of stuff, which basically meant we had to do what they told us to do until we were able to do it for ourselves. So credit is a big thing, y'all. Okay. Let's see. Hey Rachel, this is your first time. Thank you for following. I did not even mention to tell y'all to follow me or like, share, tag. I appreciate that, all that good stuff. Also, I didn't even talk about my Discord, but I do have a Discord. Jeanette, if you're watching, and Melvina, if you're watching, thank y'all. The newest members to the Discord. I can't talk about everything here, and plus I don't want to keep y'all on live. I actually watch the numbers as they go up and down with the viewership, and I go down. Am I getting boring? So I'm gonna try to stop doing that to give you guys that are here my full attention. But in the Discord, we'll be able to talk about more things on a more private scale, because this is wide open to everybody. And although I want viewership, some of this stuff needs censorship, okay? Because there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna come down the pipeline. And let me see what other questions y'all got, and then I got my last three things. I'm gonna let y'all go, and y'all really gonna flip out about this. Rockledge is higher than Orlando too. See, yeah. So and see, that's crazy. Rockledge is higher than Orlando. That's crazy. Orlando rent is gonna go up too, because Disney is moving their executive offices to Orlando, so that's gonna drive the Orlando rent way up. Okay. Hopefully they redid the poker beans. She said the poker beans are looking fire. I hope that's a good thing. Okay, so Lisbeth says she's still holding on her Dogecoin. You got to let me know how y'all doing in Dogecoin. Thank you, Lisbeth. Robinhood, right? So if you invest on Robinhood, you'll need that. You will definitely need to get your 1099. Same for Acorn. If you did it on Acorn on your phone. Let's see. Thanks, my Bitcoin. I sell when I convert to cash, so I need to wait. Yeah, I would tell you guys to definitely wait. Bitcoin is definitely going to do a crash. So it is going to go down. If you're a person that is savvy in the market, where you know to buy and sell, and once the price goes down, to cash out and transfer your money someplace else. If you know how to read those charts and are in those groups, that's great. But if you're a person that's like me, you don't have time for all that, or you rather somebody else do it, I just let the money sit. Okay. So, okay. So Mahogany, we got to talk. I want to get you on to explain some of this stuff to people, especially Medicare. That's very important. There's a lot of people watch that actually receive Social Security disability, and I'm sure they got questions. Okay. Remind them to make, okay. Thank you, Lisa. So anybody who needs rental assistance, first, let me say, you can always dial 211, no matter where you live, 211. Okay. If 211 doesn't work in your area, then it's probably 311, but 211 is the most widely used number. If you're in Florida, you can use Our Florida, Florida.com. And yes, they are paying. I don't know why anybody don't have any money and they're getting evicted when I know for a fact Our Florida is paying. People give me the praise reports all the time. 9 months rent paid, 6 months rent paid. So I don't know what y'all talk about. Nobody should be getting evicted. Okay. Matter of fact, somebody just sued DeSantis because they want to know what happened to $600 million of that money. So he's spending it, then y'all need to spend it too. Okay. All right. So thank you, Lisa, for reminding me that. Okay. Now Mahogany, you got me on the 64. Oh, 6419, that's the form. Yes, thank you. 6475, thank you. Yes, those are the forms. Yes, ma'am. Okay. I need to speak with you for the minutes before setting an appointment. That's fine, no problem. You know how to get me. Shoot me a text. You got my number. All right. How do you get on Discord? You get on Discord easy. Let me put that up for you guys. You can go right to you got to go to Patreon, and you have to join Patreon. That's where they actually take the subscription, and then you get access to the group, and that's where I'll be doing classes. Also, I actually think it's better because if you want me to do work for you, you can get it done there at a steep discount because you are a customer. And let me mention, anybody who is a business owner out there, before I move on, I just went live on Groupon. Okay, so the rep, and if anybody has a business and they want to get their business on Groupon, let me let you guys know that right now, Groupon is very interested in services. Okay, so more so than your usual trips. You know how a lot of us buy trips or we want to do hotels. They want more services. So if anybody has a service related business, whether that's cleaning, massages, anything catering, lash it, whatever, I will definitely give you the contact to Groupon. I went on Groupon today. You can get you can get me actually as a virtual assistant, for an hour for $56. Now, there's a coupon that you can actually get a bigger discount. So you can actually get it less than $50 for an hour. And that's very cheap. I'm actually feel like I'm exploiting myself, but I'm allowing you to use me to get the work done. So that's actually my link to book me, actually. So you can either go on Groupon, or if you're interested in actually getting that virtual assistant service, then you can, or you can even just use that hour. Y'all want to talk about your business, you want to do some consulting, we can do that too. And that's cheaper than my normal 1 hour. So if you want to do something like that, please let me know. I will send you the link from my Groupon. Okay. All right. So let me see what else I got. Let me see if I'm looking. I want to make sure I ain't missing anything, because there's a lot of stuff that y'all are not missing. Okay, so let me run over a couple things. Anyone you know that has died to COVID, please make sure that you guys are using the COVID Fema Reimbursement, where they are paying you for your reimbursement of any funeral expenses. Okay, that is not just expenses for the funeral. Like it can be casket, it can be if you had to in your repast, you pay for a caterer. You that isn't a funeral expense. If you had to go and buy a dress, an outfit for the deceased, because you had to speak, you had to go and get something done, you had to get your hair done, I looked at it and it says you can almost claim anything. So but here's the catch, only one person can claim this funeral expense. So 17 people can't do it. But if 17 people did do it for one person, then all 17 of you guys need to get together and put in one application so that you can get your money back. The maximum you can get, I believe, is $9,000. So but I'm surprised at how many people have not even claimed that much. So if you had any kind of expenses related to a funeral that was due to an individual dying from COVID, make sure you go and get your money back for that. All right. We already talked about the 211, and 211 is for housing assistance, rental assistance, utility assistance. Okay, every place has different options for every person, so you will need to find out what your area has. And another unused program is, how many of y'all are actually using the Lifeline, got the free cell phone, and also are taking advantage of the discounted high-speed internet through the broadband program? I bet you a lot of y'all are not taking advantage of that. Okay, So if you're not sure, that means if anybody in your household receives any kind of assistance, okay, even if it's free lunch, you qualify for the Lifeline phone. If y'all don't know what the Lifeline phone is, a lot of y'all used to call it the Obama phone, but you get the Obama phone, but make sure everybody in the household gets one, because a lot of y'all are missing out on the phones, okay? You can see about the hotspot. I know T-Mobile was doing it at one time. I wouldn't tell you to go to the store, but I would tell you to call your local store and see if they're still giving out the free hotspot. A lot of these companies are gearing up to start pushing this free, not free, well, heavily discounted high-speed internet. So make sure you guys are, and I do have, if y'all want my link list, I got all the links to all this. Okay, so y'all need to drop y'all emails in my Instagram or on Facebook if y'all are friends with me, or you can send me a message. I think you send me a message if you're not a friend, but send me your emails and I can send you the link list. Okay. So what did I say? We got the broadband. Make sure you're taking advantage of that. Oh, and the LAHEAP, I guess that's how you pronounce it. But now that it's wintertime, the funding has been approved to give you guys assistance with your utilities, especially if it involves heating or cooling. Okay, so a lot of you guys who normally get help with your utility, mostly your electric bill, they are doing that again. You can find that out through your 211 who is giving utility assistance, because they just gave out, I think, like $100 billion. All right, so it's like a stupid amount of money to give assistance with individuals and with heating. Okay, let me see if y'all, no, don't send them here, send them to me in my inbox. Okay, because once I come off of here, I won't see it. Okay, thank you for the internet link. You got yours. I know that's right. Ariel says, I applied for the guaranteed income, but I have got yet to get a response back. Why is that? Now that's a good question. If you haven't gotten a response, then the people you need to be contacting is your mayor's office. Okay, I tell everybody, make these people work. Y'all voted for them. They getting paid a nice little salary. Make them answer y'all questions. I got I got Marco Rubio and the other dude, Charlie Chris. Is it Charlie Chris, y'all? I got both of them phone numbers in my phone, emails too. So if I got a question, I can do and say, hey, I need some assistance. Y'all represent Florida. I'm a Floridian. Give me some help. All right. So let's go over the new child tax credit for next year, just so you guys will know really quick some of the changes that are coming down in the tax plan, but also what they're hoping to be approved in the Build Back Better. And that's what we're going to get to next. And some of y'all not going to be happy, but we're just going to have to talk about it. Okay. So they are, let's see. So they're not even going to require a Social Security number, which is why individuals who are not U.S. citizens will be able to get paid a check for child tax credit, because they're not going to require any Social Security numbers. I think that's crazy, but that's what they're planning on doing. Okay, y'all remember they're planning on temporarily raising it to $3,000 and $3,600 up until I think 2025, and then after that it'll be up to whoever the new president, whatever they decide to do, to decide. So it will be a temporary increase. They are also looking to give you guys monthly payments. Okay, I said that last week, and I'm gonna continue saying it. It has not been approved yet, but they are looking to continue to give the $250 and the $300 to everybody. Thank you, Liz, Rick Scott. Thank you. To give your $250 and $300 to everyone monthly. Okay. Now I'm telling y'all, for those that don't file taxes, that should be an incentive to make you want to file taxes. Y'all don't get how they incentivizing you to give up your information. A lot of y'all haven't been filing taxes, but y'all filed for the stimulus check. And now if you're going to want to get paid for this, you're going to need to file taxes, especially if you're a person that doesn't work. You normally just give your kids out to other people. You're going to file taxes, because if you don't, you ain't going to get none of this money. Okay. So make sure y'all tell y'all friend to tell a friend that if that's what their normal practice is, they're going to need to change that, because you're not going to be able to get this money if your name is not tied to those children. Okay. Now that doesn't have nothing to do with the earned income tax credit. That is only for the child tax credit. Now you got to see which one going to be more money. Some of you will find out that, hey, that $3,600, although I'm getting it over 12 months, is less than what I would get for the earned income tax credit. And I'll just give you guys an example. If you have your young baby, young children, especially an infant, the earned income tax credit is a lot more than what you would get for the 3,600. But that doesn't mean not to do it. It's just your choice. So you'll have to run those numbers with your tax preparer to see if that's something you're gonna want to do. Okay. Let's see. They also are going to decrease the number of eligibility. So right now, in order to get the child tax credit, individuals have to make a certain amount of money. This may not matter to a lot of you because a lot of you may not be close to the income cap, but this will cut out a lot of people because they're going to lower the limit. So if a person makes over, if a single individual makes over $75,000, they can't get that money. So higher earners won't be able to get the child tax credit. Okay, so this is what's coming down the pipeline. And that's also the same for married people. It's going to be 112,500 right now. Married people can make up to 400,000 and still get it. That's going to change. That affects a lot of families. Okay. So those are probably like the biggest things. Another thing, and I found this right before I went live, and I just thought that this was crazy. Okay, so I told you guys last week that the IRS is, and this is proposed in the plan. So now I know where the numbers come from. I told you guys last week that the IRS is trying to beef up their number of auditors to 87,000. And let me make sure I don't want to be saying the 87. Okay, yes, they are trying to. And they added in the bill salary for 87,000 new IRS agents and 10,000 new Department of Justice tax analysts. Okay, so all these people are going to be doing the same thing. And here goes my opinion, because I know y'all probably going to ask, what does that mean to me? Well, that means to me that a lot of the lower income individuals should be expecting to get audited a lot more, because rich people tend to have accountants that know how to shelter their money. So when they pay less in taxes, the IRS has nothing to go after, but they have a lot to go after with you guys. Because why? Because you're probably going to somebody who ain't signing the tax return. You're going to someone who ain't even giving you a tax return when you file your taxes. They putting down all kind of stuff. You in school, but you ain't going to school. All these kids, you don't know who these people are. And I'm saying this because these are real stories that people come and tell me. Okay, they got granddaddies on their taxes, don't even know who this man is. Stuff like that. So these 87,000 new agents that they're hiring with the IRS are going to be looking at you guys. Okay. So you really need to make sure that you are on top of the person that's on top of your taxes, meaning you need to ask questions. Well, I don't know what that means. And if they can't explain it, you might need to think about who you're going to. Okay. Let me just put that out there. Also, the 10,000 new Department of Justice tax analysts. What do you think those people are looking for? You think that they're not connected with the PPP and the EIDL SBA fraud? Because they are. Okay, that's exactly. Let me give you an example of something that's going on right now. Someone was given a $3,000 PPP loan. $3,000. And the bank said, after this person put in for their forgiveness, that they should not have gotten the loan to begin with. And because they got it, and the bank is absolved from any fault, because the SBA said that they are not at fault. They say that the individual who applied should have known if they were eligible when they applied. So now this person cannot get a forgiveness, and they have to have it paid by April of next year. That's 4 months. 4 months. Okay. So for you guys who haven't done your PPP forgiveness, please do it and stop wasting time. For you guys who got your PPP forgiveness and you got your forgiveness letter, please print out a copy and save it. Take a screenshot of it on your phone. Keep a copy at all times, because one, you don't know if these 10 analysts gonna work with all the other 10 that they already got and gonna be looking through your stuff and start asking questions. So keep your stuff handy just in case. Okay. Another thing that came out in this bill. Now, we already know about the $10,000 that's supposed to now got pushed down to $3,000. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is for the IRS to report the transactions in your account. It was started out at $10,000, and It started out at $3,000, and now the Republicans said no, increase it to $10,000. It doesn't even really matter the amount. Most of us have that type of money moving through our accounts on a monthly basis, especially if you work and you get checks. So now a part of this, and this is in the bill. Let me read to y'all, okay? It says that hold on. It says once more than $10,000 has moved through your bank account in a given year, the trigger is pulled, and it says auditors can spy on you. And then it says, hold on, I want to get to lady calls. Hold on. It says also in the bill gives the bank the right to temporarily or permanently suspend your ability to conduct commerce. Do y'all understand what that means and how important that is? Okay, and if you don't know what that means, it means if you violate any of what they deem to seem to be fraudulent or questionable, whatever that may be, then they are given the authority in the bill to cancel the debit card, the credit card, your line of credit, your savings account, all of that they can shut down. It says they can deny you lending, and it says you can also be denied for mortgages. And this is all through a bank, okay? To me, that was really, really scary. I'm actually going to read this whole thing when I finish because I found this right before I went on live. But I say all that to just let you guys know that basically, under this administration that we have inherited, starting January, you are definitely going to be monitored a lot more than you guys are used to. You won't feel it any different. You won't notice it any differently until you are the person that someone is questioning. And so, if any of y'all experience any of those things, please be sure to let me know. I don't have to, give out your info, and I'll do the same thing to let y'all know what's going on because this is crazy. So remember, January 1, your Cash Apps, your Venmo, all those things are going to be monitored. So if you are transferring money to somebody just to pay a bill, you need to make sure that you are not putting it down as a good or a service. Make sure you start using the memo, what it's for. Paying back, for my, don't put no for no hair service. Don't put something that's a service. And then now, because they can read those things, and we don't know if they're going to hire people to start going through each transaction. We have no idea because it has not happened yet. But starting January 1, they are going to be requiring those companies to turn over that information, and you will have to pay taxes on a portion of what you do on there. So you're either going to have to go back to using good old cash, which I know a lot of people don't want to because there's no assurance with cash, but you might have to. Some of y'all may have to start pulling some of your money out of the bank. But if you do, don't let nobody know where you got it at, okay? Because once the money is gone, it's gone. All right? So I don't want to end on a bad note. I want to end on a good note. And I want to tell y'all a little gem I found. And this is for anybody that cares. I am definitely going to do it. So if you are an individual and you like to have credentials behind your name, I have found, and I did verify this with FINRA, okay? And FINRA is, don't even get me, but to even try. But FINRA is like the new SEC. And if you don't know what SEC, that stands for Securities and Exchange Commission. I forgot what FINRA stands for, but it is something big. But I actually verified that this institution was legitimate. Okay, so that's why I said all that. But this school, and it is called Global. It don't even matter. I'm gonna leave the link for y'all, anybody that wants it. But it's basically you turn in your resume to this facility, to this institution, excuse me, and they review your resume, and they can give you credentials if you meet them. So GAFM stands for Global Academy of Finance and Management. All right. So it's not no BS. All right. I did go and look it up. And like I said, I did check it out to see if the federal government recognized it, and it was. But I'm gonna give you a couple of the credentials that they can give you if your resume shows, resume and experience shows that you can get these. Chartered financial manager, a master management consultant, let's see, a chartered wealth management, certified in human resources, certified portfolio manager. They have a lot. There's 18 of them. Okay, so I ain't even gonna go. I know y'all probably can't see them, but it's 18 different things here. And if you're somebody that is in the insurance world, or you're in anything having to do with management or finance, then you might want to invest your I think it's $229. And I think you can get all of these, and you can add them as long as they give you the approval. Okay, so I will tell you how the process goes. I'm dealing with it now, but I thought this was really cool. And, because we don't have to go to college these days. All right. And not everybody is made for college. And sometimes we just gonna have to certify it, or certifake it, or certificate till we make it. Okay. So here is the way to get 18 credentials you can put behind your name, ladies and gentlemen, for the $229. And if somebody wants to graduate high school and you need to just get the diploma, I am still recommending the high school. It is on my link list. I ain't gonna shout her out yet. Wait for her to get her certificate in the mail. But we had another graduate of the Shamika Saves University. Okay, so she went on to get that high school diploma. And I recommend anybody else, if that's something that's a goal of yours, or if you are thinking about trying to go to college, you can go to college. You just got to find a school that accepts that diploma. Also, now, if you're in college, you got your diploma, and you can't afford college because you done maxed out your student loans, like some people I know, then I got the free school. University of the People. Okay, it's a real accredited school. And I know people say, well, it's not regionally accredited, or it's not nationally accredited. It don't matter, because some people aren't trying to teach. Some jobs don't care the accreditation. All they care about is, did you finish? Okay. And last but not least, I think that's it. I believe that is all that I had. Let me look through my picture. Y'all know I don't like to keep y'all past 8, but just let me look through my picture, see if I missed anything. Y'all know I'll be so nervous thinking I ain't gonna be able to give out everything in time, but I'm glad. Let's see. So we talked about IRS. All right, we talked about the dependents. Yeah, because I'm gonna make some posts to show y'all some stuff. We talked about the housing. We talked about the child tax credit, and also, if y'all seeing that temporary assistant needy families thing in your inbox, because they even just sent me one. It is a scam, y'all. TANF is the program. Okay, this temporary assistance for needy families. And they're not contacting you to give you no money. Okay, let me tell y'all that again. The government ain't contacting you to give you nothing. You gonna have to go after it. Okay, so if somebody come in your inbox asking you, have you heard about a program? Don't even respond. No, you ain't heard about it, and you don't want to hear about it, because all they're trying to do is get your information. And the next thing you know, your social gonna be on the black net, on the dark net, and people gonna have credit cards, CPNs in your name. Okay, so let's see. The child tax credit, it stops at 17. Yes, they're not going to change that. The IRS does not pay past 18, y'all. They only did that exception for the stimulus, but they don't pay past 17. 17 is a child, 17 on down. And it says, Diva Blonde says, yes, they complain about the system, but you keep doing dumb stuff. You're exactly right. Okay, Ariel says, I'm a broadband customer. I'm telling y'all better go and get on this broadband. Stop being afraid to utilize these programs. That is why they write them in the bill. They write them in the bill so that they can feel good about ripping you off in other ways. So if they're going to rip you off anyway, why not take the handout that they're giving you? It's not permanent. It's temporary. Use their programs as a leverage, okay? You see, they're finna push you out of Section 8. They're going to put you on the temporary voucher. You're not going to find nowhere to live, because nobody going to want to rent to you, because you got evictions. And a lot of y'all I can look up online. But see, y'all don't be trying to join my Discord where I can show y'all how to block that stuff so that people at least can't have access to all your info. Now, I'm not trying to teach you how to beat the system, but they put stuff out there. They put holes that other people use while y'all not using them. Okay, so again, Y'all can get in the Discord or not. You don't have to. But you know, because I ain't gonna put all that out there. That's not for everybody. But anyway, if y'all don't have any further questions, I didn't see any questions. Let me see. Yes, direct deposit, that's not changing. None of that's changing. They're gonna be in your bank account. They're gonna be looking at your Cash apps. Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, all of those things, PayPal. They are going to be giving you 1099Ks. If you have not been receiving them, you will be receiving them as of January 1 next year. They will start monitoring, okay? Please, if you haven't done your PPP forgiveness, please do it. Next week, I'm going to be talking about this do not pay list, okay? They don't put out another report. I'm telling y'all, they looking. So any kind of way they can try to get some money back, they're going to try. All right, so go on and try to get those loans forgiven. It doesn't mean it's permanent just because they're forgiven, but at least you can get your stuff out the books, and maybe they can look at somebody else and stop looking at you. Okay, so if we have nothing else, what was the info for the high school diploma? Go to Instagram and send me your email. I will send you all the links of all the stuff I talk about, because it's all in there, and that way I don't have to repeat it. I will add the certification for you to put those things, because I'm telling you, I don't mind being overqualified. I will put all them things behind my name, all 18 of them, okay? So whoever want to do that with me, I will put that on there too. Send me your email, okay? Y'all be blessed. I will see you guys next Monday. If you have any questions, you want to book a consultation, or you want to take advantage of the Groupon, send the link. Just say you want to use the Groupon. If not, I appreciate it. If you want to drop if you want to join my Discord, I already put the information for the Patreon. You can also send me on YouTube. YouTube is really for the stuff that you miss, and my TikTok videos. If you don't watch that, you can also follow me on TikTok there too. And if you want to send us a Cash App, I appreciate it. If you don't, God bless you anyway. And I will see you guys next Monday, and I come back with more stuff. Okay, so y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all throughout the week, and I'll see y'all guys next Monday. Send me the link list. Send me your email for the link list. All right, y'all, have a good one. Thanks, Mahogany. I want to talk to you, girl. Talk to y'all later. Good evening. Bye.